Hi and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Vangoa PD-M pedal board. This is a powered pedal board, 18 inches by 13.5. It is a supposedly isolated power per every channel by a transistor inside, I believe it said. So should be a good power supply. We'll test it all out, see how it works. This is a sponsored video. They contacted me, I agreed to take a look at it. As you can see behind me, I have 4 amps and you can see my pedal board on the ground. Now, I use a fairly large pedal board. Mine is all metal. So we'll test this out. I use a pedal board every day. I'm going to try and use this for several weeks. After this test, I'm going to set it up with different cables because right now I've pulled the good cables from my pedal board so that this one would have the decent chance of against my pedal board. So with the pedals I've used on this and my good cables, if it's going to make any noise, we'll hear it. So let's go ahead and take a look at everything.
Okay, so it comes in a nice case, well, a decently nice case with multiple pockets. Also acts as a backpack style case, so that's kind of cool. Inside you have 3 different ways to hook it up, as well as your manual, power supply, and 3 different lengths of cables for your power. As you can see, it's a standard aluminum. And now the underneath is cool. You have cutouts for your cables. You can see your power connectors, your 6-9 volts plus your pot there for adjustment, your 4.9 volt 500 milliamps, your in and outs. So you can see everything here in the pictures. It's all covered very well in the instructions, although it's very self-explanatory if you're used to using them. Now these fold-out legs, they're my concern, but they work great. So far everything's great. It's nice and solid, but that would be my concern. So the strips go on easy. These are the pedals I'm going to use. Okay, so even with the pedal board off, it still acts as a pass-through for your in and out. So I'm going to turn it on. Well, before I do that, should have got my stand out. Yep, that's just the recording coming from my amp, or the volume from my amp. So go ahead and turn this on. I'll explain the LEDs in a minute. Doesn't affect the sound. I will show you that there's a pot down here. You can turn this down for your LEDs. Okay, so let's talk about the LEDs. The LEDs are a signal indicator. There's 3 ways to do it. So it's the input from the instrument, from one of 2 different pedals, depending on how you set it up. If you don't have it run through the in and out, it has a built-in microphone, still picks it up. Turning the pot down turns down that signal so you don't see the lights. Somebody might find that useful. For me, I was hoping those indicator lights were going to show me which pedals were active. Not the case. That's okay. Real quick, I want to show you that it doesn't affect the pedals. We've got a tuner, overdrive, mixing some flanger or chorus actually. So the pedal board works fine. Flanger and distortion.
Okay, so that's the Vangoa PD-M pedal board with built-in power supply. Everything works as it should. As far as the LED lights go, I do wish they were indicating which pedals were on instead of being an output or signal strength indicator. Some people will probably use that, but for me, I'm just not going to use it. But that's fine. The only real area of weakness is the fold-out legs. I kind of lay heavy on my wah sometimes, so I'm afraid I might snap one at one point. But no way to know until you try it. It feels really solid and sturdy, so should be good. And if over the next little while something happens, I'll definitely do an updated video. But the aluminum is pretty thick. Everything feels, like I said, really solid. Everything went together easy as it should. Everything's very easy to understand. Price-wise, it's comparable with what else is on the market, so I can't say it's a great steal or a bad deal. It's pretty average. So if this is something you're looking for, the right size, you want it with isolated power, you want a case and all that, this could be a great deal for you. Personally, with the fold-out legs, it would keep me probably from buying it unless it was just on a really good sale. But that's just, again, that's a personal thing. I've been using just a solid pedal board for so many years. It's probably as much just me as it is actual something to worry about. So I can't really complain about it. Like I said, I loved that it had the power cables that were different lengths. That made it less messy. Mine does not have that, so I've got extra cable more than I should. So overall, it works great. It's got a few cool features. I keep looking over there because it's on my couch. All right. Well, I can definitely recommend it. I can't say it's a great deal, but it's definitely not a bad deal. And if it continues to work as it should, then it works great. Everything definitely does exactly what it should. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like this kind of content, please click like and subscribe. Click the bell icon to stay notified. Leave me some comments and suggestions. I would love to hear from you guys. And until next time, keep playing.